Hello. This is the start of another vlog. This is going to be something I said I wasn't gonna do, but I'm doing it. Hi, my name is Jeanette, and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. So, I have my bookcases, and I said that I was limiting my books to what could fit on the bookcase. Well, yeah, we bought something today. Can you 3 boxes? So we bought some more bookcases. Now they're not all going to be for my books. I am switching out one of my cases for this, but I am expanding my book selection. Book storage area? What do I call it? I don't know. So yeah, so I'm going to take you with me and follow me on the process of this. Okay, so we are starting. We'll see how far we get. It's after work on a Thursday right now.
There we go. That's better. Another instruction book. Yeah. Sorry, Cameron. All done! Yay!
Now that the bookshelves are built, it is time to take everything off these bookshelves so that I can move them a little bit and rearrange them. But basically so I can get the new bookshelf in the corner. So I am moving this big bookshelf down against the window frame. So basically, because it's not anchored to the wall, I have to take everything off to be able to move it. And then I'm adding kind of a corner there with the new bookshelves. Now I'm not adding 3 shelves to this. Some of the shelves are replacing that big one, but I'm not 100% sure. I have an idea in mind, but I don't know the order for sure the shelves are going to go in. I just know what fits. So we're going to empty this off and then unfasten them from the wall, unhook them from each other and the wall. And then we're going to just kind of play around with the setting. Because I have the large bookcase, we built medium ones, and then we have the skinny ones. And the skinny ones aren't as deep as the large one or the medium one, so they have to be in between they're anchored to each bookshelf, so they can't be on an end. So it's going to take some kind of working around, just moving the shelves to figure out where I want them. That is tonight's plan and tomorrow's plan, and see how long it takes. So let's start working on emptying all the shelves and finding homes to place the book for now. Okay, so the shelves are empty and the floor has a few books on it. Just, just a few. But in this box over here, that's all my unread books. These ones here are pretty much read except for the classics that are mixed in. That's not bad. So now we're gonna start unconnecting them from the wall. Progress is being made. The other shelf is sitting here, waiting to go in there, but some shelves need to be connected first. But not happening tonight because I injured myself. But that's okay. We'll see what tomorrow brings. They are together! You can definitely tell which ones are new and which ones are old But once I have the books on them, it'll be fine. There is a little gap in the corner. The corner was a pain. Let's just put it that way. But I think it's because, I mean, we're putting on a carpet for one thing, and carpet already had dents in from where they were before, so the carpet's not flat, obviously. So, but now it is bookshelf installation time. Shelves on the shelves. Does that make sense? They are now fastened to the wall. And I've started putting shelves in, but I thought, hey, I'll update you. So I never did say how I injured myself yesterday. So today is a little bit slower. I went to go move one of these skinny bookcases, and I was picking it up and went to grab the side, and I dropped it on my foot. Yeah, and of course it was the corner that hit the top of my foot, and so it swelled, bruise started forming. It's a little sore. I can put weight on it though, so like that's fine. But yeah. So I'm just moving a bit slower today. And oh my gosh, looking at this. You can definitely tell which shelves are the old shelves and which ones are the new shelves, because apparently the white's gotten a little discolored. No, discolored is the right word. But once I have books on, it won't be as obvious, I hope. We'll see. But now I'm hoping to keep kind of the same shelf levels as they were before, all the way across. We'll see. I don't know, because there's kind of some stuff I want to put on the bottom, and yeah, we'll see what I decide to do. Okay, after a bit in trial and error, getting the shelves lined up so that new placement for books will work, I am now going to start with my Christian fiction read stuff. So what I'm thinking, this does not belong here. What I'm thinking is this to there will be Christian fiction read. Oh, why don't I put my classics over there? Then this can all be Christian fiction read. See? I already thought I had it, and no. Yeah, I'm just going to move my classics. Except it's the getting down part that's hard on my foot. Okay, let's start with Blackstock. I could probably do a whole shelf with Blackstock. Someday I will complete my Blackburn series. Someday. But today is not that day. Look at that empty space. Except I don't have my TBR books on here at all. Well, I might as well bring the TBR box over and see what happens. I gotta figure out historical, because it's the one I have the most of. So this one's not historical. It is definitely the one I have the most of. Wow. Okay, so the shelves are complete. I have everything on them. So I'm going to flip you around and give you kind of what I see coming down into this area. And then I will do a close-up of how I decided to kind of place them for now. Probably will change a bit. Doesn't look like I have a ton of room to add extra books, but I do have like spaces with like decor and stuff that I can easily move to put books there at some point. There is one section that's a little bit full, but I will show you talk about that when I flip you around to show you shelf by shelf. Okay, so let's flip and see what they look like. Okay, so here are the full look of the shelves when you come down the stairs into our basement, and let's do a close-up. I'm going to start with this big shelf first, this unit. So we've got all the Bibles that are like from our grandparents, our Bibles growing up, or ones we've been given as special presentations. Then I need to print a picture for that picture frame. And then I have my contemporary romance unread books. Well, not just romance, just my contemporary books that are unread. I've also put my dual timeline there because that's just where they fit well. Then I've got some of my stuffies, which are Coca-Cola Beanie Babies, and then a picture that was given to me by my best friend from a time that we were together, like an experience we had together. Then this is my mystery suspense unread books. And then below that is my historical fiction unread books. This is the one it's a little bit full. I have room for maybe one more book. So I need to read more historical. Then we go down. Then in the plastic bin are mementos and cards that are special, that are keepsakes. Then I have my March TBR books, minus the one that the subscribers picked because I haven't selected that poll yet. So those are the ones that I need to focus on this month. Then in the white box is blank cards and notepads, note paper. Then below in the boxes are items for scrapbooking, again, mementos that I want to put into our scrapbooks. Then we have our travel section. So in the magazine holders are maps, travel information, and in the binders are like stuff from our road trips, planning, things like that. This area is also kind of our office area where everything gets kept. Okay. Now, I'm going to do all these shelves together because they kind of flow together. So I've got the one medium shelf, which is a new shelf, and then I have the 4 skinny shelves that I had before. So starting in this top left-hand side, we've got Christian fiction. And my first author is Lynn Blackburn. I am missing one book of the series, but there's room to put it there. And the books will move as I read books and throughout the shelf. So I've got Lynn Blackburn, Pepper Basham, and then Terry Blackstock is the rest of the shelf. Then we come down and we like Coca-Cola stuff. I love the Coke Bear picture, so that's why it's there. Then I've got Victoria Byland, Elizabeth Camden, Amanda Cox, Juliana Deering, Jennifer Dybel, Jennifer Delamere, Lynette Eason, Suzanne Woods Fisher, Amy Lynn Green, and Irene Hannon. Then again, we have more of the Beanie Babies that are Coke. Then I have my O'Malley series by Dee Henderson. These books, the 2 hardcover books, will not fit standing up. So these are the only books that are out of the alphabetical order. But that's okay, because we're getting to her soon. Then I've got more Irene Hannon, Robin Lee Hatcher, Rachel Hawk, and then Dee Henderson. Then we've got Liz Johnson, Karen Kingsbury, Carla Lorando, Diane Mills, and Sarah Monzon. Then come down the next shelf, and I've got Jill Elizabeth Nelson, Danny Petrie, Randy Singer, L.D. Stoth, Sarah Sundin, Carrie Turansky, Debbie Vigay, Laura Jensen Walker. And then we have a picture of when my husband and I went to Epcot. I think that's from 2013, I'm pretty sure. And I love the Epcot ball. So, okay, then I have more stuffies. Then we have Susan May Warren, Karen Whitmire, and Robert Whitlow. And then Robert Whitlow continues. And then the smaller books are my love-inspired suspense books. Then on the very bottom section here are all my classics or non-Christian fiction. They are not alphabetized. I don't really have a reason for them not being, other than I wanted to put the hardcovers together. So I have William Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, Agatha Christie, Heidi and Black Beauty are the two red ones. I do not remember the authors' names. Then I've got George Orwell, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, and The Importance of Being Earnest, whoever wrote that book. Ray Bradbury, and then L.M. Montgomery, and then we get into the ones that are classics but not classics. And then my Latin edition of To Kill a Mockingbird, because it's just, I've got it, let's display it for now. Majority of these books are unread on this shelf or on this section. I have read Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I have read Animal Farm by George Orwell. I have read The Blue Castle by L.M. Montgomery. I have read the Anne of Green Gables series, but not in these editions. I have read it on my Kindle quite a few years ago. And I have read A Walk Around the Block and Dear Mrs. Bird. And then my DNF book of Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which still has my bookmark in it. Okay, then this corner unit, I have a picture of Andrew and I when we went to the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta. And then I decided to display on these four, I decided to display the books that I've given 5 stars so far this year, and there was 4 of them. So I've got Fairest of Heart by Karen Whitmire, Yours Truly by Rachel Fordham, then The Two of Us by Victoria Byland, and Private Justice by Terry Blackstock. Then I have my memoirs, autobiographies. They are all read except for Dove. And then I have my James Herriot box collection, which are unread, but one is on my TBR for this year, or for March. Then I have my college and high school yearbooks, and in the black box is printed photos from for years. They are sorted, all labeled, but yeah. As I said, this is also our office area, so down here are all the manuals for items with throughout our house, indoor and outdoor, and then just random office stuff are in the magazine holder, the binder. Again, same thing over there. Then we go up a shelf and I have my John Grisham collection, and then I have a squirrel that's a running joke between me and some coworkers back a couple years ago, and I've got the squirrel. Then I have my Bible reference books, and then my Bible study books. I love the Elizabeth George series. Oops. A Woman After God's Own Heart. And I am working on collecting these books. And then I just have this little Christmas ornament that again was given to me by a coworker. He found it, and I like to wear heels, and my NHL team is the Ottawa Senators, so it was perfect. Then I have my little dictionary that was given to me when I was 5 years old when I opened a bank account. And so that's kind of just a fun memento. And then speaking of memories and items, so the next shelf is books that I just want to keep from past. So books that I was given as a child, books that my parents received, and then books that my husband's parents also. So just kind of throughout. And then on the top is a picture of us and our friends when we went to medieval times in Orlando in September of 22. And then this stamp says, "Coffee and friends are the perfect blend." And this stamp was given to me by the lady in the photo, so it was perfect to put it there because it's friendship. And then just down here I have this set of drawers that again is just more office stuff paper, and the books on top are books that I will be unhauling. So that is the overview of the shelves. So that is my new bookshelf tour. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for future videos coming. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.